Hey guys, how you doing? My name is Sylas Jumper. I'm a local artist here in Hollister. Today I'm going to be trying to show a simple project of drawing an old school tattoo inspired rose for you guys. So a couple things that you need, just nice and simple, is a sheet of paper, pencil, hopefully a decent eraser, otherwise you can have eraser on the side. Today I'm going to be using a Sharpie for my final project, and then if you decide to color it in afterwards, I'm using crayons because most households they have crayons. Otherwise you can use colored pencils, markers, whatever. But today looking for yellow, green, red. So alright, moving on. So to start my kind of rose, what I like to do is have some guidelines to go off of. So for me, I'm going to start with an X on the page, and this is kind of going to judge on how big I want my rose to be. Alright, so have my X, so obvious center point, you got your out point, so just like if you're to do a sun, everything goes out from there. So general rose, old school style. Basically we're going to be doing an egg shape. So I'm going to want the middle of my egg in the middle. So I'm going to start from the top. I'm going to widen as I go down. And I can't emphasize enough that when you're doing this, all your pencil lines you want and nice and light, because most of these you will be erasing later. So you see I'm getting my egg shape. Okay, so once you got that egg shape, you're going to go ahead and be doing what I'm calling S's. These are going to be where the leaves kind of roll down. So once again, I'm going real light on pencil. That way I can erase. So all these shapes are going to be an S shape. Just a smooth kind of S shape, backwards, forward, but going off of that. So once again with my eraser, can always come in. So I got my egg, I got my center point right here. So I'm going to start at my center point. I'm going to do my S, and then it's going to go outside the line. Right when I start going outside the line there, I'm going to start curving it. Okay? So I got one right there. I'm going to come down halfway in between here and here. That's halfway right about there. Just eyeball it, no big deal. And I'm going to do a little bit more of an exaggerated S. So kind of following this one, but a little bit bigger. Alright, so I got those two. Now my next two are going to be opposite, like I said. Opposite. So I'm going to start over here a little bit, and up and around. And then this one is going to come down, and it's going to meet with this one. Up and around. Alright, so I got those there. Now I'm going to attach these. So by attaching these, I'm going to grab a point and I'm going to bring it around, so follow the same direction I'm going. Make it nice and wide and touch that line right here. So we're going to be keeping that line. Okay, so nice and wide, and when it comes around, touch. Same thing over here. Touch. And touch. And then as you get better and as you draw these a few times, you can exaggerate these, you can bring them to other areas and such. So now this point right here, still got my egg. I'm going to want to do another one of my S's. So I'm going to start right here. I'm going to touch and come around. Okay? And this is going to come around and stop. Now, I want this line, I want all these little lines, and I want to get rid of these inside lines. Okay, so now I have this at top of the egg, the bottom, you can bring this. So this here, I want to bring it around and connect. So a little bit different from the rest. Okay, so I got all this, got all this. Okay, so now I want to do my circle on top. It's kind of like a hole in the top of the egg. I'm going to bring it around. Okay. This nice little swirl. So with that swirl, when I stop at the end right here, I want to bring that down. And then my other swirl right here, right when it hits, I want to have another line next to it down. So that's kind of like where the leaf is coming in. So come around. Now, my outside leaves, those are going to be like the bottom of hearts. So bottom of hearts being okay. So everything is going outward. So if I want one right there, once again, these are just guides. And we're going to be doing a few of these. So just like I did right here, I'm going to bring this out really big. Really big. I got one right here, another guideline. Bring it out and in. Bring it out and in. Here's another one right here. Out and in. Out and in. Attach it to that guy. Got that guideline. Out. In. Out. In. Got one more right here. Out. In. Okay. So now, if you want to get a little bit fancier, you can keep these the way they are. Otherwise, if you want to get a little fancier, usually traditionally they'll have bumps. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So like I said, once you kind of see what you like and stuff like that, you can start going with your permanent marker or crayon or whatever dark color you're using. So if I see that I'm going to come in, and for these lines right here, okay, there's my bumps. I'm gonna eat them. And then you're gonna go over some lines. These are all could be erased later. And I got my line right here. That's the edge of my rose. There's my curly Q. Got my bottom right here. So I'll probably actually erase this bottom one so that I just have this coming out. So all those lines there could all get erased. So I have my rose. Now, if I want to make it a little bit fancier, I can do my leaves. And leaves are pretty easy. Leaves, once again, you're coming off your center point just like a sun, and you're coming outward. So if I'm coming from my center point, I got my guideline, center point, guideline, center point, guideline. So leaves, you can either do two ways. The nice smooth way. Okay, once again, nice light lines. I'm going to do a smooth one, and then up here I'll show you how to do a little bit fancier one, and then even the fancier one over here. So, with a regular one, do my little triangle here for the stem. Do my little triangle. And then the only difference is in this one I'll do one, bring it in, two little bumps. So bring it up, in, and meet it. Okay? And do a little bit fancier, I can take my guideline here and do some more of those kind of S turns. And with that S turn, you need a bottom. So the bottom's just going to be nice and wide and meet up with it. And then once again, just like here, in, and then bring it around. So that with the marker, it's going to be in, regular, smooth, nice and simple leaf. And the fancier, and last bit, if you want to do any kind of thorns and stuff, simple thorns, once again coming off of your guideline like a sun, just big skinny triangles coming off your guideline, big skinny triangles. Gives the effect of a rose, or the thorns. So last real quick, I'll just show you what colors are traditionally in the roses. Usually, obviously, leaves are going to be green. Once again, just using crayon. You can use, once again, markers, colored pencils, whatever you have. Obviously, the nicer art supplies you have, the nicer it's going to look, but this is nice and simple, like a coloring book. And then the inside stem part is usually yellow. And then usually the rose, most of the rose, everything except for the petals where they fold down, I'll show you what that looks like, would be red. Once again, I'm just kind of going kind of quick, and then if you want to add a little shading and detail later, and take your time with this when you have it, but this is just giving you the fundamentals of where to start. And then, like I said, traditionally, these right here will be yellow. And these are nice and simple enough that you can put them on cards for your parents, or do any kind of thing that kind of doodle around and stuff like that. And like I said, the more you draw these, the better you're going to get. You can look at other rose projects and other roses out there, tattoo style, and kind of make it your own after a while, after you draw it a few times on your own. So hopefully this helped. Hopefully you got something out of it. It got you to do something at home and gave you a quick little skill. So thank you for your time. Once again, my name is Sylas Jumper, and have a good day.